Howdy folks, welcome back to Valkyrie Profile. We're into Chapter 3 this time. So before we do any spiritual concentration, let's go ahead and look at what new stuff we can make. Walloon sword, however you say that. I do want to make a Walloon sword. And I want to make a windless crossbow. As for armor, that's all the same. Accessories, however, we can make some power bangles. These are amazing. They increase your physical attack stat by 30% of the base value. This is an immense boost. And I want to make one magic bangle because it does the same thing as the power bangle, only for magic. These go in the decoration slot. Having more than one equipped doesn't do anything, as you can see, so yeah, but I do want them because they're really, really good. Alright, and I forgot to equip the crossbow, didn't I? There we go. Alright, so as always, whenever you start a new chapter, you should begin by spiritually concentrating.
Look out! It's a miracle. They left this one intact.
Behold thee, grand sting, forged from the very brilliance of the blue sky. By its power, the absolute evil of these grounds is contained.
But that doesn't mean we should just throw our lives away. Come on out! Show your face!
See, you're not the only one who's sad.
But you have to be strong.
I can't stand to hear kids cry.
Alright, so our next stop is Camille Village, which is not there. Ah, there it is. It's down here. Attached to Artolia, Camille is in disarray, constantly becoming embroiled in the wars of their neighbors. Their history shows how often they have been trampled underfoot. Well, that's depressing. This is awful. This isn't at all like Ward said. This is tragic. A basilisk? A cockatrice? Or a gorgon? This seems a bit more than any of those beasts could handle. Only the people were petrified, nothing else. There isn't a single person that hasn't been shattered. That's proof that whatever did this was no mere beast. It had intellect! Medusa? Probably. This is bad. Anyway, let's look for survivors. Right. He's always said that anyone left alive is worth 1,000 oath. That bastard. Oath being the currency of that world. They're using a sword as a deadbolt? This blade. Hey, can you read this writing? These are ancient ruins. Goodness. They're carved up the entire length of the blade. Behold, the grand sting forged from the very brilliance of the blue sky. By its power, the absolute evil of these grounds is contained. Absolute evil. Clearly, it did a good job containing the evil, right? It's a miracle they left this one intact. Cashel, bring me the potion. So that's what happened. Huh? This kid released the evil. She was probably just playing around. Don't you think it's odd finding a little girl here? Anyway, there's no need to depetrify her right now. I can't stand to hear kids cry. I guess you're right. Maybe we should heal her once we're outside town. I plan to awaken that girl 100 years hence. As a reward for releasing me. Wouldn't that have been pleasant? You bastard! Goodness. Come on out and show your face. Vile creature, does it please you to perform acts of good shrouded in ill? That's an odd way of saying that. Obscuring your true intentions only makes it that much more hateful. Ah! The vial! I've got to protect it!
This is what is most important to you?
A Valkyrie? I'm not sure. I was so obsessed with it. All I can say is, I guess it was.
You have earned the right to live.
To live?
Yes, the right to life.
It didn't break. Another miracle. Cashel.
See, you're not the only one who's sad. But you have to be strong. Cashel will only grieve if you cry.
That girl's just standing there like, who in the world are you talking about, lady? To elaborate a little bit, the right to life, she was referring to the little girl. That's why she protected the vial from breaking. That's what she meant with that. Little confusing. But we got Cashel in the party. Woo! I guess. Yay. Alright, so let's talk about Cashel for a moment before we move on to more spiritual concentration. Cashel is the second great sword user after Ongrim. He's also the second best great sword user after Ongrim. Now, that makes him sound way, way, way better than he actually is. He's actually really bad. He's a terrible character. For frame of reference, I believe he is the second weakest as far as special attacks go. I want to say his is the second weakest special attack in the game. He's not good. That's the point I'm trying to drive in here, is that he's not a very good character. He also fights really awkwardly. It's you guys will see. But yeah, he's there if you like Great Blades and you don't like Ongrim because Ongrim's sword is ridiculous. Maybe you'll like Cashel.
Please grant me strength. I thought my anger and sadness were greater than anyone else's. Minayo? Minayo? What can one do when one loses what matters most? This is all I can do.
And now we need to return to Hylon. There's a lot of Enherjiar in Hylon. Nanami, are you feeling better? Yes, thank you, Father. I am unworthy of your concern. Okay. I'm glad you are well, Nanami, but please take it easy today. But I cannot. I must go to the shrine for the Ascension ceremony. It is my duty, my destiny to inherit the power. This time things will go smoothly. I'll give you no further cause for worry. Or to worry, rather, honored father. Oh, good God.
Minayo, please grant me strength. For the sake of your parents who raised me, I wish to prove myself worthy of the power that should rightfully have been yours.
Did Nanami go already? Yes. Why did you let her go? Surely you haven't forgotten what misfortune will befall her if she proceeds with the Ascension ceremony. It'll be a disaster. A girl who is not of our blood cannot hope to ascend to such power. She may not be of our blood, but we've always thought of her as our real daughter. I know, but now we have to face the truth. It's just so cruel.
The ritual of ascension requires me to be a direct descendant in order to inherit the power. But is blood really that important? What can one do when one loses what matters most? But I won't fail. I will inherit their power and prove that there's something more important.
Is that the sacred sword Dragonbane? Oh. Minami. Ah. What was that light? It's a ghost! Minayo? Is that you, Minayo? Ah! Ah! Sorrowful spirit, death has brought you no peace. But with my hand... Please stop! I cannot ignore this. If I do not intervene, her spirit will unleash great tragedy upon you. No, this ends now. That's what she's saying. Human, surely you do not intend to take her place. I really don't want to. I don't want to die. But I thought my anger and sadness were greater than anyone else's. No, that's not... Oh, good lord. Come on. It's that her anguish hurts me even more than it hurts her. You know, even though she's dead. Truly, this is all I can do. Then it is you I shall be seeing soon. Seeing soon? That's right, I'd forgotten about your duty, noble Valkyrie. Thank you.
There is more than one path. Let us go.
So Nanami and Minayo swapped places, Minayo being the actual daughter of those people, and Nanami being a foster daughter. They swapped places, and now Nanami is in our group. And so let's talk about Nanami. Nanami is a mage, Enherjiar, very much like Yume and Jolanda. However, she's one of the mages that you can get as early as Chapter 2, and Nanami's a little overwhelming, and by a little overwhelming, I mean she absolutely destroys the game. So, here's the thing. Nanami comes with a very high-level spell, which is Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt absolutely tears the game up. Just absolutely destroys it at this early point in the game. What's more, after you get her, if you go back into Hylon, and then run to the shrine, which I believe is all the way to the right. Honored parents, please accept this. You'll be given Dragonbane. Dragonbane is a special sword that functions as a staff. It's also extremely powerful for something you can get in Chapter 2, and it's also really powerful even in Chapter 3. It's got 600 magic power to it. To compare, an Element Scepter, which is what we've been using, only has 300. The only downside is you can't use Great Magic with it, but, I mean, that doesn't really matter when you can just kill everything with a Lightning Bolt. Nanami's a little too overwhelming because of the stuff that she has for these early parts of the game. She's a phenomenal Enherjiar, and that's part of the reason I'm a little glad we didn't get her in Chapter 2, because more often than not, I do get her. But let's keep on going with the concentration. we'll be going to the Clockwork Mansion next time. And the Cave of Oblivion probably the time after that. Alright, so this is actually really unfortunate, but it is something that can happen. So, there is another archer that you can get in Chapter 2 or Chapter 3, named Janice. They want us to send an archer, Enherjiar, but I don't have an archer because I already sent Lolan. On occasion, you can get kind of screwed like this and not have an archer in Chapter 3, like the situation we're in. What that means is I'm going to have to send an Enherjiar that is not an archer. Which, kind of sucks, but, well, hopefully it doesn't impact things too much. Anyway, next time on Valkyrie Profile, we have dungeons to do. I'm Gene of RPG, and I'll see you guys then.